Hello again everyone and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. We are today on Comet Catcher Remake, one of Bar's most flattest maps. A strong 1v1 favourite but can be played in team games as well. As we look over the possible start positions here, pretty much any grouped up set of mexes can be classed as a start position. So pretty much anywhere goes along this path, which makes it a tremendous 1v1 map because you don't know where your opponent's going to be. Normally though, they do take this double metal point with a short walk to the third metal point just outside of the range. This does give them a very central position to be able to apply pressure across the map. There are some holes on the map. These craters allow bots to pass through them, not vehicles, and will block radar, enabling you to sneak round the back of an opponent's base and hit him in the behind. That's all when it comes to Comet Catcher. Let's jump straight into the match. And here we are. So let me know what you thought of that new intro, but let's crack straight into it. Emery here in red, playing Cortex. Going for bots, it seems, on this very, very heavy metal map with 2.3s everywhere. And we don't often see this map played as teams, so it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to play out. Slick Like Vic here going for the normal 1v1 start position. Has not gone for the normal start build though for a 1v1. We often see Metal Extractor, maybe Solar, and then LLT to defend against raids coming around from the top. Sometimes you'll see Solars built in front of the Metal Extractors here in an attempt to kind of defend them. But no, Slick went for 2 mechs, 3 mechs, then like 1 solar and factory. So different sort of thing here. Wind is basically non-existent, as you saw in the intro. So everyone is going to be going solar here. Now on the opposite team, we have the legend Mr. Autopilot, who again has not gone for the standard build of the mechs LLT, and has instead gone pretty much the exact same as Slick, to be honest with you. Iziard in the mirrored position of Emery here, and has pretty much done the same. So both players in a pretty good position, doing identical stuff. This is a very weird place for a radar, as you would think that that would do nothing. But somehow, I don't quite understand it, has given pretty decent vision. It doesn't really make sense because that should have everything blocked because it is literally in a dip. But yeah, don't ask, I guess. So tactics. Normally, as a 1v1, we see players focus on walking to the middle and fighting over the kind of this middle line of mexes here. As it is a 2v2 rather, I don't quite know what's going to happen. We're already seeing Autopilot about to lose a early construction vehicle here to 2 grunts. Not only that, but these grunts are continuing to make their way in, killing a metal extractor. And a con is quite a big loss early on, and not only that, but losing a metal extractor and shutting down energy production. Slick Like Vic manages to put Iziard even further behind, also getting the radar in the weird hole here that these vehicles are going to be unable to get to. Meanwhile, the scout of Autopilot does manage to completely destroy both base metal extractors of Emery, which will help also getting a solar and shutting down pretty much his entire energy production for a little while there. So some very good early raiding though, but Iziard in a terrible position here, has basically lost everything, and this is what happens when you don't have anything to defend your base. Autopilot saves the day and manages to shut down the raid, but we can see here that Iziard has lost all manner of units. Iziard to the point where he's already calling GG. Great harass combined by Slick and Emery here. And now on the defensive, losing all of his expansion mexes with he literally has this 1 metal extractor. That is all that Iziard currently has. 1 extractor. He desperately needs to rebuild as quick as he can. He's having to eat the metal because he doesn't actually have enough metal to rebuild at the moment. He has 2 solars, one that's on 4% health. Meanwhile, Emery's just in the middle going, I'm just going to build myself a little solar fort. And Autopilot is doing okay. It's hard to say right now. He's struggling for energy, as you can see. And he is using his commander to push along the bottom side. I have seen this a few times, that players decide to use their commander along the bottom instead. Because once he gets to around here, he will like lock this off with like a wall or maybe some LLTs, and then he will move up north instead. But realistically, with the position that Iziard's in, I feel like his commander would have been a lot better suited to being in the middle, but at least this does secure Autopilot's flank, so all of his forces can go north instead, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Blitzes are going to be hard for Emery to deal with on small quantities of grunts. Emery calling for assistance with his blitzes. There should be enough grunts here combined, maybe, to stop Autopilot. Especially if he gets surrounded. Just look how far Emery's commander has walked. Iziard unable to really defend himself. You can just see that Slick is constantly harassing him. Able to expand a lot, and Team Red are very far ahead when it comes to metal production right now. I'm kind of debating whether Iziard should even leave his base. Emery is right on the doorstep, which this is tough, because if he's not careful, he's going to lose his comm. Autopilot, though, managing to take out all the defensive grunts by doing a loop around the back. Question is how much damage will these blitzes be able to inflict before they get killed? The bases being so close together should mean that they're able to defend each other relatively easily. And he does manage to only take out 2 solars. He does shut down Emery's energy production again, but he does have 4 more in the center. Emery just walking his commander towards Iziard's base. Iziard has nothing to stop it. Autopilot does have enough stouts here where he could, if microed correctly, kill Emery's commander. And Iziard is going for a self-destruct on Slick. If they could trade and Emery's commander is out of position here, this could be game. Iziard happy to just continue walking. They both will kill each other. Both comms down. Emery left as the only comm left for red team, and he is in his opponent's base. Janice is now making their way out. Can he defend? That is the question. Iziard is basically left with nothing. Janice doing a good job, but Emery is in danger. It's now Autopilot versus the world, as Iziard has just resigned. Not even basically just taking over units. Now Autopilot has to micro alone versus 2 players. And if he can take out the comm, that's all it takes. 1 comm to 1 comm. Air transport on its way, though, to pick up Emery. That may be the end of it for Ubivata as that comm gets away. It's going to be a lot for him to try and push back against this. Does manage to secure his flank. And they also seem to have seen Autopilot's commander here. Does it look like Autopilot is trying to focus different units to attack from here instead? Oh, and Emery is actually planning to res one of the commanders. There is enough Janices here where he could provide Emery a bit of a surprise if he just rolls up and pops him. Or if he tries to run back and fighters take out the commander. Emery looks like he's refusing to go for the res here and is just building a wall of solars to kind of protect the comm. Gunships will cause some problems for Autopilot. Autopilot is just moving his units to try and find Emery. He doesn't have any AA though, so he will be able to just fly away. Slick going for the res instead. So much build power here that the Nettle's going up very quickly. Not quick enough, though, as the gunships are getting killed pretty quickly. Going for build power now instead of going for the AA. But unfortunately, he doesn't realize that most of the build power is here. Meanwhile, a big push against Autopilot's new base. Autopilot without the E to actually fire the LLTs effectively, having to use his commander's gun. But at the same time, the commander of Emery runs off into the distance as he gets chased down. No air units from Autopilot means that he is not going to be able to take him out. Very, very ballsy play here. Desperately asking for help. Slick like Vic having to send forces up. It's all about that commander. Whose commander will die first? Autopilot is bunkering himself down whilst those units chase after the commander. Emery without the energy to D-gun here. Steal anyone's game. Autopilot just still bunkering down. Trying to build as much as he gets completely surrounded. His comm will die if he's not careful. Emery just running away, desperately trying to survive. Autopilot, not much longer for this world. He does have energy to D-gun, but does not manage to do it. Blimey, how Emery taking a risk there. If only Autopilot had a missile truck in that force. Just one AA. That would have been it. Very well played. Emery's aggressive push wins the day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.